We start with breaking news out of Venezuela. President Donald Trump says the U.S. has captured Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife.
In just unsealed DOJ documents, Maduro, his wife, and his son, also named Nicolas, were indicted by a New York federal grand jury just last month for narco-terrorism conspiracy, accused of importing tons of cocaine into the U.S. for the benefit of his family and Maduro's ruling regime. Maduro and his wife currently on a U.S. warship right now after being taken from their home on a military base in the capital city of Caracas. The operation, which included a large-scale strike, happened around 2 a.m. this morning local time. Those reported missile strikes, according to Utah Senator Mike Lee, who spoke with the Secretary of State this morning, were deployed to, quote, protect and defend the U.S. soldiers executing an arrest warrant. The capture of both Maduro and his wife carried out by the Army's Delta Force, an elite special operations group. This after the CIA had identified Maduro's exact location on that military base. President Trump saying on Fox News this morning that some U.S. forces were injured in this operation, but he does not believe anyone was killed.
Hasta el momento, la barbarie de las fuerzas invasoras que han profanado nuestro suelo sagrado en las localidades de Fuerte Tiuna, Caracas.
And that is Venezuelan Defense Minister Vladimir Lopez calling the attack this morning barbaric, saying it hit heavily populated urban areas as well. Unclear at this point how many Venezuelans were injured or even killed in this attack. For years, the U.S. had sought the arrest of Maduro, who has been the president of Venezuela since 2013. President Trump even doubled the reward for Maduro's capture to $50 million last summer after alleging the Venezuelan president led a criminal ring, which the U.S. designated as a foreign terrorist organization less than 2 months ago. This newly unsealed indictment said that Maduro sat atop a corrupt, illegitimate government that promoted drug trafficking while making Venezuela a safe haven for Colombian and Mexican drug cartels. Now, these overnight strikes in Caracas follow several weeks of deadly strikes on more than 30 boats the Trump administration says were carrying drugs. The U.S. also seized 2 oil tankers that the Trump administration claimed were being used by Maduro to traffic stolen oil. Let's take a live look in Venezuela this morning, where people are just waking up to the news of what happened overnight, many of them taking to the streets as well, somewhat confused as to what happened and the future of that nation as well. We're getting feedback from all around the world. The UN Secretary General has now said he is, quote, deeply alarmed by the operation and believes it could have, quote, potential worrying implications for the region. Also this morning, President Trump saying on Fox News that he expects the U.S. to be strongly involved in Venezuela's future. We are expecting more details about the U.S. military operation that happened overnight and what happens next, both for the country and the Maduros. Coming up soon, the president himself, who is expected to make a public statement from Mar-a-Lago any moment now. We'll keep an eye on that.